Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub. Liverpool FC pre-season fixtures in full with 6 games in 4 weeks. Liverpool will play 6 times in 4 weeks over the course of pre-season, with their first friendly at Preston now given the green light after talks. The Reds' trip to Deepdale will go ahead as planned following sensitive talks between Liverpool and Preston over whether to stage a friendly so soon after Diogo Jota's passing. After consulting with affected players and staff, the decision was made for the Reds to fulfill their commitment, with tributes planned for the late number 20. It means Liverpool will play 6 games as part of their warm-up schedule, beginning with their clash with Preston and culminating with the Community Shield against Crystal Palace. Liverpool 2025 pre-season dates. July 13th, Preston, A. July 21st, fly to Asia. July 26th, AC Milan, Hong Kong. July 30th, Yokohama F. Marinos, Japan. August 4th, Athletic Club H. 2 games. August 10th, Crystal Palace, Community Shield. August 15th, Bournemouth, H. Premier League starts. After their trip to Preston, Arne Slot and his players will return to the AXA training center for another week of sessions. They will then fly out to Asia on Monday, July 21st, ahead of their meetings with AC Milan in Hong Kong and Yokohama F. Marinos in Japan, which serves as the commercial leg of pre-season at IT. Is unlikely that Liverpool will engage in as many activities as perhaps planned due to the events around Jota's death, though the full details are as yet unknown. Upon their return to the UK, 2 friendlies will take place in the space of 5 hours at Anfield. With La Liga side Athletic Club, the opposition for a doubleheader. Slot squad are likely to wear their new Adidas home and away kits for the first time in those 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. kickoffs, as their deal with the manufacturer officially begins on August 1st. The terms of their previous contract with Nike mean that last season's kits are set to be worn throughout most of pre-season, including against Preston, AC Milan and Yokohama. A clash with FA Cup winners Crystal Palace will effectively round off pre-season, with the Community Shield, a 3 p.m. kickoff at Wembley, considered a glorified friendly. It could allow Liverpool to put the finishing touches on their preparations for a Premier League title defense which begins at home to Bournemouth on August 15th. Who could play for Liverpool against Preston North End as pre-season begins? Liverpool return to pre-season on Sunday when they make the short trip to Deepdale to face Preston North End. Liverpool return to the pitch on Sunday when they travel to Championship club Preston North End for the start of their pre-season fixtures. The match will take place amidst a somber backdrop, as it shall represent the Reds' first fixture since the untimely death of Diogo Jota in Spain. Arne Slot's men enter pre-season looking to pick up where they left things in May, as they secured the top-flight crown for a record equaling 20th time. Following that success, Liverpool have been proactive in the transfer window and have strengthened their squad. Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez and Georgi Mamardashvili are among the players to have arrived on Merseyside this summer. With this in mind, the Echo has taken a look at who could line up for the Reds in Lancashire this weekend. Goalkeeper Georgi Mamardashvili. Speaking of the Georgian goalkeeper, it seems likely that he will be given the nod for his debut on Sunday. The shot stopper will take over from Alisson Becker at some stage in the future, and this will be Slot's first chance to see him in action. Defenders Connor Bradley, Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, Milos Kerkez. It could well be a new era at fullback this season for the Reds. Bradley has big shoes to fill and faces competition from Jeremy Frimpong for the right-back spot now Trent Alexander-Arnold has left. Kerkez, meanwhile, is the long-term replacement for Andy Robertson, and a debut for the Hungarian could be wise against an opponent that Liverpool should be excelling against. Midfielders Alexis Mac Allister, Ryan Gravenberch. This partnership proved to be highly impressive last season, and Slot will undoubtedly want to see them strike up an understanding again quickly. Gravenberch was the surprise package in the Premier League in 2024-25, and he will hope to continue his good form in the upcoming campaign. Attacking midfielders Mohamed Salah, Florian Wirtz, Cody Gakpo. Liverpool have an exciting attacking midfield to look forward to seeing this season. Wirtz will likely be the one to watch in the Premier League, and his arrival comes with plenty of intrigue. Liverpool received £44.8 million bid for Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz's situation remains a concern for Liverpool amid suggestions he is open to an exit, with reports in Germany claiming a first bid has now been made. The noises from Diaz's camp appear to be that the Colombian will be ready to Liverpool if he receives the right offer. Bayern Munich and Barcelona are chief among his suitors, and with his expiring in 2027, and no talks ongoing with his club, the 28-year-old seems to be engineering an exit. While Liverpool are adamant their number 7 is not for sale, that will not stop interested clubs and the players' representatives from testing the waters. German publication Bild have now claimed a first bid from Bayern worth €52 million, £44.8 million, which is unsurprisingly described as far below his valuation. A report from journalist Toby Altschaffel is yet to be corroborated by other sources such as Sky Germany and Kicker, but the information is likely to have come from Munich, rather than Merseyside or even Colombia. Diaz's gentleman's agreement. It is reiterated that, according to sources in Spain, Diaz has a gentleman's agreement with Liverpool that he could leave for around €80 million, £69.1 million. Clearly, if it is genuine, Bayern's opening offer falls very short of that asking price and would require serious negotiation if a deal is to be brokered. From Liverpool's perspective, though, the situation is unchanged. Transfer journalist Ben Jacobs, who is proving increasingly reliable following the change in the club's recruitment structure, has even claimed on X that there has been no formal bid received. There has been zero engagement or encouragement from Liverpool other than outlining their position, Jacobs wrote. Liverpool have no plans to allow Bayern to present or discuss any bid. While that may be posturing from those at Anfield to prompt an offer they cannot refuse, it seems an increasingly unlikely scenario given how adamant they are that Diaz is not for sale. The popular theory is that Liverpool are positioning themselves for a bank-breaking offer from Saudi Arabia, with Al Nassr among the clubs interested, in order to cash in on a player who will be 30 when his current deal expires. Whether that proves to be the case or is even possible remains to be seen, but there is clearly a discord on the matter among those in England and Germany. Diaz was part of the squad to report back for pre-season at the AXA training center earlier this week and is likely to be involved in Sunday's friendly at Preston. Jordan Henderson set for Liverpool reunion after transfer decision made. Jordan Henderson left Ajax on Thursday after the Dutch club agreed to end his contract a year early. Former Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson is set to return to the Premier League after agreeing to join Brentford. It was confirmed on Thursday that the midfielder had left Ajax after the Dutch club agreed to end his contract a year early. And now, according to The Times, Henderson has decided to move to Brentford and work under their new head coach, Keith Andrews. The report also claims that the England international had interest from a number of clubs in Europe, including FC Porto. Liverpool faced the Bees at the G-Tech Community Stadium on Saturday, October 25th, while the return fixture takes place on Sunday, May 24th. And Henderson's return to the Premier League comes just 2 years after he opted to move to Al Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia. However, the former Reds skipper moved to the Johan Cruyff Arena in January 2024 following a short-lived spell in the Saudi Pro League. He would go on to make 50 appearances for the Dutch Giants and was part of the squad that missed out on the Eredivisie title last season. Ajax were 9 points clear at the top of the league table with 5 matches remaining, but took only 2 points from their next 4 games, allowing rivals PSV Eindhoven to overhaul them at the summit. Speaking after his Ajax exit was confirmed, Henderson said, "To play for this club was an honor in itself. To have the privilege of captaining it was even more so. My only regret is that we didn't deliver more success for the amazing supporters. They deserve to be celebrating major titles again, and I'm sure that time will come soon. My family and I were made to feel so welcome, not just by the club but also in the wonderful city of Amsterdam. We will always be grateful for that. Due to the tragic events of last week and the devastating loss of my former teammate Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva, it doesn't feel right at this moment to say or do more than share this brief statement. However, I am fully aware that I owe this club, my teammates, and the supporters a fuller and more personal thank you. I will, of course, do that when the time feels more appropriate." Prior to joining Al Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia in the summer of 2023, Henderson enjoyed a trophy-laden 12-year spell at Liverpool. During his time at Anfield, he won the Premier League, Champions League, 2 League Cups, and 1 FA Cup. Speaking back in March 2024, Henderson admitted leaving Liverpool hurt but claimed it was the right decision. He said, "I think it was the right time for me as a player but also for them as a team and for them as a club, as much as that hurt at the time. I was very emotional. Looking back in that period of time, looking back now, it is easy to see that it was the right decision made by the manager and the club. Liverpool hit with new Ibrahima Konaté transfer problem as Real Madrid could strike early. Liverpool could be about to face a new problem in Ibrahima Konaté's contract saga amid claims Real Madrid could make an early move for the defender. Konaté's future has become a major concern at Anfield, with the 26-year-old now in the final year of his contract with the Reds. With talks over a new deal seemingly not going to plan so far, there are fears that the French international could follow in Trent Alexander-Arnold's footsteps by making the move to Madrid when his contract expires. Reports in Spain, though, are now suggesting that Real could even strike this summer for Konaté, amid concerns over their own defensive options. According to AS via Sport Witness, Konaté is a real option for Xabi Alonso's side this summer, despite Real having already signed Dean Huijsen from Bournemouth. With David Alaba seemingly on his way out of the club and amid concerns over Eder Militao's fitness, it's suggested that the Spanish giant is considering signing another central defender, with Konaté seen as the main target. It's also claimed that Konaté is dreaming of a move to the Bernabeu and has no plans to sign a new deal at Anfield, with Liverpool already aware of the situation. Were the Reds to offload Konaté this summer, though, that would leave boss Arne Slot with very little options at the back for next season, having already sold Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen. Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez would be left as the only senior options in the squad, although there has been speculation over a potential move for Crystal Palace's Marc Guéhi. Recent reports have suggested that Konaté has already given the green light to a move to Madrid, as talks over a new contract at Anfield look to have stalled. Addressing speculation over his future earlier this year, Konaté said, "You know, I just want to say one thing. Everything you saw on social media is completely fake," Konaté said, responding to more speculation over his future. "I didn't even ask for something from the club. They made me an offer and I replied to them with something. That is it." Thanks for watching. Like and comment and subscribe.